Hello, Kizomba enthusiasts, and welcome back to another episode of Kizomba Conversations. As always, I'm your host, Victor, and today we are joined by Lora Georgieva. Now, Lora is a singer and songwriter and performer, so let's welcome her to the podcast. Hello, Lora, how are you?
Hello, Victor. I am amazing. Thank you so much for inviting me, and well done on pronouncing my surname.
Well, I was just about to ask you, how was that?
It was great. Better than 90% of England.
I
so.
think you're too kind, but yeah.
No, wonderful.
Beautiful
Well done.
surname. And thank you for being here. We're really excited about having you here. Obviously, you're an artist, you're a Kizomba artist, and we want to explore your Kizomba world, your journey, and all those good things. So how does that sound?
Wonderful. I
Fantastic.
can't wait.
Fantastic. All right. So let's go straight to it. So we want to find out about you, Lora. What can you tell us, listeners, viewers, people watching, a bit of background before music, before Kizomba? Who is Lora G?
Before Kizomba, Lora G was a little girl full with dreams, mostly about music from a little age, basically when I was 4, maybe, I think. I grew up in a family where my mom is a vocal coach. She's still a vocal coach. My dad used to be a bass guitarist. And I grew up with music all of my life. So when I was a kid, I wanted to be someone really famous. You know, my dream was to be singing on stage with my partner. Like all of my, when you're a kid, you dream of stuff and then you imagine things. I was imagining me and my partner singing a duet, walking on stage, looking each other's like in love and, singing about love, all this kind of stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, then I found Kizomba.
Then we're definitely going to talk about that. So music then, you said from about the age of 4, as a little girl, you were thinking about music that early on? Is that correct?
Yeah, definitely. Because I think everyday life in my home, it was all the time music.
Okay.
It was not, we really didn't, we watched TV, of course, but not that much. It was always about music. My mom was having, back then she had groups, not like a choir, but like a singing groups, like a pop groups. So she would like tour the country. It was amazing. So for me, it was very exciting when I was a kid. So I was just getting to stay at home with my grandma or with my brothers, because they were looking after me most of the time. And my parents were touring the country.
Okay, so from a musical family, basically.
Yeah.
So you mentioned your mother then, and she was a vocal coach. If I'm not mistaken, one of the best coaches in Bulgaria. Is that correct?
I mean, at least this is not only my opinion. She has, just because it's my mom, of course, she has won several awards for it. And because we're from a small town in Bulgaria, like we're not from the capital or anything like that, but there was many competitions that she has went and then she has won. So not just the kids, because right now she's like teaching kids how to sing and they're touring with the kids. Mm-hmm. But then she's won awards for herself as a vocal coach. So
fantastic. Yeah, okay, so that's mom. Great.
That's mom.
And then dad, a bass player.
A bass player.
Yeah. So was he in the band?
No, I think he was in the band when he was younger. Okay. And then when they met with my mom, I think he kind of became her partner in crime. No, he was helping with everything to do with producing, everything to do with music, with basically making the music for the groups and for the kids and stuff like that. So he was there.
Okay.
A rock, which is really cool.
Oh, that's great. And that's amazing. Obviously, you've bloomed from them as well. So I want to find out, because obviously you're in a musical family, how much influence did your parents have on you then in terms of the music and what you're doing now?
Music genre, you mean? Or
well, just music in general.
Oh, I would say huge.
Yeah.
I mean, everything really. Like, I guess if I was not in that family, I don't think I would be able to feel the music the way I feel. Like, my mom used to say there's only very few people where they can experience music the way that musicians can, you know.
Interesting.
So
Yeah.
you get chills, you cry, like you get very emotional, even from songs not necessarily sad, more likely actually feeling the emotions that you're feeling. And I think this is one of the things that I really want to do, is to transfer emotions through music and make sure, not make sure because I cannot make sure that, but I can only hope that people will be able to feel their own emotions and express them.
Yeah.
Because I feel like not just recently, but in the world, we kind of try to hide all of that. And we think that having emotions is bad, or crying is bad, or being vulnerable is bad. And for me, music is something that brings that out from you. And then you're able to connect with your own soul, with your own emotions, and hopefully express them. Not everyone can, but I guess this is what I want my music to do.
So I'm interested in what your mum said then about that. So only a few people, please say that again. So only a few people can express themselves through music or feel it. Is that what she said?
So she was saying that not everyone can let themselves go, I guess.
Okay.
Like now as an adult, I can paraphrase this a bit. Because in Bulgaria sometimes we were like very, you don't like you don't sing, you're not good, you know, this kind of stuff. But with times, it's different now. People can learn. So she was basically saying that if you are not in touch with your emotions, you're not able to feel the music. Yeah. So this is what I will translate to you, basically. So I think one of my missions, because it's not only one that I have in life, is to inspire this in people to be able to be in touch with their emotions.
Yeah. Okay. And I think that's a good thing because, like you were saying, not everybody is, and it's not a bad thing to be in touch with your emotion.
No.
Especially men.
Especially men.
Yeah.
Especially men.
Absolutely. Yes. Okay. Great. Thank you. All right. So talking about then, so you started singing at the age of 7. Is that correct? Or am I wrong?
Around there, I think. Yeah, to be honest, all of these ages for me are blurred because because my mom was starting like a private school at that time. Yeah. So she was moving away from groups and it was starting to individual coaching and stuff like that. So I think around 7, I was part of a group, and then around 9 or 8 or 9 or whatever, like a year after or 2, I was then just singing by myself.
Singing by yourself. Okay. And then in terms of, so you studied at, is it Estrada Vocal School? Did I say that right?
Estrada. You know what Estrada means? That's in Russian, actually. Okay. And it means pop.
Pop?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So basically, it's club pop.
Okay.
Which is Club Estrada, which means the singers for pop music.
Pop music.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's where you went for some time?
Yeah. Yeah. That is her studio.
That's her, okay, right.
This is her vocal coaching. What's the name?
Academy, studio.
Academy.
Yeah.
It's Shkola.
Yeah. Okay.
Shkola.
Okay.
But like a school.
Yeah.
School.
Okay.
Yes, teacher school.
Teacher school. Yeah. Okay.
Just a private one because it's just hers.
Yeah. So then from there, around 7 or 8, 9.
Yeah, right? All of these stuff.
Is that what prepared you for singing Kizomba?
Probably. Yeah. To be honest, when you have someone that is so good in vocal coaching and all the kids that she was having, not the kids that she was having, but the kids that she was teaching, they were like taking prizes from every awards and stuff like that. So for me, it was a bit intimidating because I had to be the best because I'm the daughter of the best vocal coach there. Yeah. So somewhere around, I don't know, when I was a teenager, I said, nope, I'm not doing that. You know? I think maybe subconsciously it was just too much pressure for me. And I just left it.
I see.
And then some other stuff then just caught my attention and all that, teenagers, you know. Yeah. But then after that, somewhere around 17, 18, I think I wanted to get back again. But then my mom was like, no, you don't do that. What you gonna do with this singing? All of that. Like, we have a saying in Bulgaria that a musician does not feed a house,
Okay.
which is
Okay.
which is horrible when you
Yeah.
think about it, because as every parent, your parents want you to succeed in life. They want you to be secure, to have money, to have happiness and all that. So she was like, no, now you're like graduating, you need to go and study something else, blah,
Mhm.
blah. So I did. I went to study something else. I was not naughty.
Okay. You're
The
allowed to be
opposite.
naughty if you're young. It's fine.
But I was not. I
Yeah.
was like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
And I went to another city to study something else. So it kind of stayed a little bit buried, all of that.
Mhm.
But when I started Kizomba in UK here, it just opened all of this, just came out flooding all of these emotions. I'm like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is
Yeah.
what I'm supposed to be expressing. Like, no some corporate job, or at that time, actually, I was a manager in a restaurant and a bar. So I was in the hospitality for many, many, many years.
Mhm.
And I become really, really good at it.
Mhm.
So I was just about to get my own restaurant, not my own restaurant as buying a restaurant, but like I was going to be a general manager to a place where my boss said, it's just you here, you're going to do whatever you want. And I was like, what? It was literally many, many years I've wanted that.
Mhm.
Found Kizomba. I found Kizomba the last year, and everything just changed. Everything just changed. And there's something just switched in me, and I was like, I was not having fun anymore at work. I was not enjoying it. I was just waiting for to finish or to not working so I can be going to Kizomba. I was going Monday, Thursday, Tuesday, Saturday, any day I can, I was going. And then I decided to quit. So I quit my job.
Okay.
Actually, not just a job, I quit a proper career.
Okay. Yeah.
And out of then, I just wanted to find a way to support myself in a different job where it's going to give me time to actually be able to sing and dance.
Wow. Okay. Wow. So
Yeah.
that's great. But what I'm interested in is specifics in how you found Kizomba.
Oh, how?
Yeah, because you said you found it, but how?
Oh.
How did you find it?
Okay. So, in Bulgaria, I started dancing bachata, merengue, and salsa was very little part of it. It was more about bachata and merengue. And it was 1 or 2 months, then I joined the dancing school, and then I had to leave.
Okay.
So, and I was already moving to London. And I was looking and looking and looking for salsa classes around my area. They have to be comfortable for this, comfortable for that, for many years. Because I'm telling you, like when I arrived in UK, in London, actually, I started working in a restaurant, then I worked my way up, and that was many, many years. And then during those years, I was looking for salsa classes.
Okay.
And at one point, I was like, okay, I've had enough of looking to be next to me or to be at convenient time. Like, I just need to go and dance. I'm fed up of looking for people to come with me, because that was another thing.
Yeah.
Like in Bulgaria, I think maybe here too. But if you go out by yourself, you're considered crazy.
Okay.
You are
Fair
considered
enough.
crazy. You're like, oh, she's by herself.
Yeah.
So I was like looking for people to come with me. They didn't want to come with me. If I found a place, no one's coming with me, or it's not convenient for me, so I just said enough. And I literally just googled dance. I didn't even type in what kind of dance. I just googled dance. I think Saturday, because it was Saturday.
Okay.
And the first thing I saw, and I said to myself, the first thing comes up, I'm going. I don't care.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, until here, we've like trying to find a place to go and dance. And yeah, the first place was Kizomba Vicio.
Vicio in London.
Yes.
Yes.
So I think he had I think after that I found out that he has obviously like some advertisement and stuff. That's why he was in the front. But it was great for me, so I just went.
Okay.
And then the first day, I went there, and I went there by myself. I was so scared to go
I
out by
can imagine.
myself.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I can imagine.
And I go down the stairs, that
Yes,
place.
another place.
Go down the stairs. And that time, the guy's name that was taking the money was downstairs. So obviously it was a class at that time, so it was quiet. And everyone was seeing me when I was coming in, so I just stayed there. He was doing something. He looked at me. I looked at him. He didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. 30 seconds, what is actually seemed like 3 hours of awkward silence, and I just left.
Oh, you left?
I left.
Oh, wow.
I left.
Okay.
I got so
Okay.
I got so
wasn't
like
expecting
embarrassed.
that, but okay.
I left. I was
Yeah.
I was like, okay. I mean, if he's not saying anything,
Yeah.
how should I know what am I doing? What am I
Yes.
like? Is that customer service or what?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And I work in that industry, so for me, customer service, I know what it means.
Mhm.
So, and I'm alone, my first time.
And it's not
And I
something you
was so
do in
scared.
Bulgaria.
No.
It's not something. Okay, so you're
Mm-mm.
alone. Yeah.
It took a lot of
Yeah.
courage for me to go
Yeah.
somewhere. And I left. And then I called my friend and I told her, I found a place. I want to go dance. La la la. Come with me. And she was like, okay, I'll come with you first time. So she agreed. And the next week we went.
Okay.
She stayed through the class. We stayed to the party bit. We left very early.
Mhm.
She never came back because for her it was uncomfortable.
Sure.
But I fell in love with the music.
Yeah.
And I think with the feeling that gives you. So I just fell in love.
Yeah.
And it was
You
like,
don't have to tell me that. Yeah. Yeah. So,
yeah.
So is that the first time you heard Kizomba music then?
Mm-hmm.
In that club, when you went in that club in that time?
I think so. Actually, let me think about it. No, what I've seen before that, I had another friend. She was sending me videos from, that guy. What was his name? The two French. They were very popular with the first videos of Kizomba dancing.
Yeah, no, I have to name
them. Yes, Felician and yes, Isabel and Felician.
Oh, you mean the dance couple? Oh, okay.
So my friend, she was sending me videos of them.
Oh, right, okay.
Dancing somewhere around the bridge or something like that.
Yes, we know the ones.
So I know the dance, it's nice.
Yes.
So when I just saw Kizomba, I was like, okay, I'm going to try it.
Yes.
Yeah. So I did hear some of the songs before that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a nice introduction if you're seeing Felician dance like that. Okay, I get it. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
So, okay, you've seen some of that. You go into the club the second week.
The second week, yes.
The experience.
The first one was like, ah!
And then you fell in love with the music. And then did you just keep coming back after that? So after that, did you come back there or did you start Googling other places?
No. So what happens with me is when I like something and I like a place or somebody and I want to learn it, I get very consistent and I get very immersive. So whatever it was Said, so whatever Said had classes, I will be there. He had one in Mondays in Wimbledon, Tuesdays somewhere around Stockwell, Thursday again Stockwell, Saturday. So I was going literally all of these days. Whatever he was, I was there with him.
Yeah, okay.
So I was like ding, 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 ding for like a year. And I think after that, I started assisting him. And I didn't really go anywhere else. That was just my place, obviously, because there's no many other days left on the week. Right?
Yeah.
So I was just there all the time. Until I went to a Kizomba festival.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Yes. And honestly, that was the best time of my life. Well, not of my life, of my Kizomba life. I had so much fun. Like emotions I experienced and the fun we had, the people I met. Um, it's just opened so much more for me, so much other music. This is where I saw and I heard Dombolo and all about Congo and all the other African like traditional dances, and I fell in love with that. Ooh. And then it was no stopping.
Okay.
Nobody stopped me after that.
Yeah, well, you've answered my question fully in terms of how you found Kizomba.
Yeah.
Okay, and look, everybody, well, most people that come to Kizomba, it's a similar story. They fall in love with the music, and it just takes over, and that's it. Before you know it, you're always out dancing. Then you go into festivals. You've made some great friends. It's why it's why we do it. So, thank you for sharing that, Lora.
No,
So
good times.
so then obviously you are an artist. So let's talk about that. All right. So singer, yeah, songwriter, performer. So just those three things alone are talent. So how do you manage balancing those three things?
Well, I don't.
You don't? Okay.
No, I don't.
No?
I think you have to kind of pick which one will have your full attention at times, because I've tried to have multiple focus everywhere. It does not work. It does not work. Like all of the areas are suffering. Not even one. All of them are suffering because you're nowhere 100%. So if I think you can see that by my social media, I'm posting a lot of dancing right now, and as I'm working on my performing as a dancer. I am working on my singing, and the songwriting is really behind because it's just taking a lot of, in order for you to write a song or be creative in any way, mostly when it comes to arts, you need to be calm.
Calm, you say?
Calm. You need
okay.
to be calm. You need to be happy. You need to be in a beautiful state, as Tony Robbins is calling it. You need to be in a good state in order for you to create. Otherwise, if you're stressing about, I don't know, if you're stressing about how many videos you need to post, or if you're stressing about who you're gonna work with, or when you're gonna pay your rent, or are you gonna perform tomorrow or not, if you're stressing of all of that, then it just doesn't work.
Okay.
It does not work. So at the moment, I'm focusing on performing side of it, and I'm still working on the singing part of it, but I'm not creating. What I'm doing is I'm preparing myself for creating. So I think there is well, at least that's what I found for myself. I cannot be at all the places at once. It does not work. I've tried. It does not work because I'm an Aries. I want it all. And then I enjoy all of them. But until I master them properly, this is maybe when it's going to be possible to juggle properly between them. But while I'm still in the process of progressing, like as an artist, as a singer, I'm still new. And I'm not very, very new, but I'm still new. And I need help with promoting, I need help with marketing, with manager side of it. Anyone, please. DM me or whatever. Yes. So I need a manager, a content creator, or a PR. And I think that's it for now. Maybe a producer, proper one. Because it is very, very hard, to be honest, to find someone to produce music with.
Okay.
As an artist, especially as a female artist, in Kizomba, I have to tell you, it was not easy releasing my first song.
Okay.
It was not easy finding a producer that it will be not taking advantage of me in any way. Not wanting anything in return in any way. Being professional, or not selling me, oh, I'm gonna make you big. You're gonna be the big star ever. But then just
Doesn't happen.
disappears next day.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Like before, like Amar is the song that I first released. I've had 1, 2, 3, 4 different producers working on it, and myself.
Okay.
So honestly, it's not easy.
Okay.
Not easy at all. So in order for uh, to even juggle 2 things, it's a lot.
Okay. Okay.
But I've managed now.
Yeah.
Because I'm not fully starting. Like it's not the first step I'm taking as a singer, as an artist. I've already directed my own video clip. I've done many things and I've got some experience, and I know how to deal with it. So right now I'm shooting my next video, which we're gonna be shooting it next week, and it's gonna be released for December. So it's gonna be middle of December probably.
Okay.
But that's only because I already got something rolling.
And I like what you said about preparing to. You said you're preparing to get ready. So I think as long as we're doing that, then we can start managing time and all that kind of stuff in ourselves. Because, well, first of all, those 3 things are a talent. Not everybody can sing, songwrite, and perform. So well done on that. But then managing them again is not easy when you haven't got all the things in place. So again, we can talk about a bit about that as well a bit later on. So what I want to focus on then is this thing around songwriting. And you've mentioned it a little bit. Well, I think you've mentioned something to do with it a bit earlier when you talk about emotions. Because my question is, what inspires your songwriting, and how do you aim to convey, what you're singing through music? What inspires it?
It's everyday life.
Yeah.
Which is anything that has moved me in any way. And what I like to do is I like to tell stories. So one of the songs, the first song, which is Amar, keep talking about that song, but because it's the first one.
Yeah.
So it's about a guy who I was in love with. He had many other girls around it. I was pretending I didn't care, but I was caring and stuff like that. So then the next song is about my dad. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into that because it's a sad topic, but it's just an honor to honor him for what it was about to be his 60th birthday. And I'm just telling a story how our time together was. Basically, you know what's funny? Like sometimes with songwriting, it just strikes you. Like you kind of just receive it from somewhere. Like that song for my dad, I was riding a bicycle on a summer night in London, and the moon was full. I'm a moon child. I love the moon so
Full
much.
moon, half moons, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I love the moon so much. And I think during that time, it's affected me a lot. And I was just riding and I was listening to some instrumental. It wasn't not something that it's already on the books for me to record. It was just some kind of beat. I don't even remember. But I was like, no, 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 no. And then it just came into me, all the lyrics, and I parked the bike, sat down. It was literally on the on the middle of the street.
Yeah.
Yeah. I left the bike and then people were just passing and I was writing on my phone. So sometimes it strikes you like that. Sometimes with the last song, I really had to think about it because I like to mix languages. And then the last song, I wanted to incorporate Bulgarian in it. So I wanted to do a Bulgarian with Portuguese. And somehow it's so hard for me to write in Bulgarian. And I was like, why is it not coming? So I was in the studio.
Yeah.
I was even having my friends, like I was in Bulgaria at that time. I was like, squad, come here.
Yeah.
I need help.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes it's like that. But I think the most important part of creating a song is for you to connect with what you want to say. So as long as
That's great. Yeah.
you connect to that, then the melody just comes with it. And also it's different way with that too. Sometimes the melody comes first and then you put the lyrics afterwards. It depends.
I'm in awe of people who can write songs. I don't know how you do it. I mean, obviously, maybe if I was somebody said, do this, because you think of an emotion and you can maybe try and convey it, literally like what you just said, articulated. But because I'm a lyric person when it comes to music, when it comes to music and you hear songs and when they're really well written and you think, how do they play with these words? And it's amazing, and you know what I mean, and the emotions that come through. So it's interesting, and it's interesting to hear what you say about sometimes it can just strike you. So and then you got to get your notepad out, haven't you? You got to stop, and then you got to write this down because you lose it. That becomes annoying as well. So
it's not bad actually, because this day and age, I'm talking like a grandma, but this day and age, it's so easy. Like you just get your phone and you can even sing it.
Yeah,
you record it.
Yeah,
like I have so many voice notes there recorded, which I actually might need to check. But yeah, you can do that, or you can write it on your notepad, whatever is working for you.
So when is it most challenging for you, or is it just random times in terms of songwriting?
In terms of songwriting,
yeah, is it just random times, or is it you know?
Oh, I just find it recently. I'm talking about recently. I just find stressful. Like everything around me it's kind of like stressful. So I need to find peace. I think this is what's more challenging for me. So I've been so much on the go of working on my own self, like progressing and life coaching and all that. Like there's so many things I've worked on, but there's a lot of work and a lot of because in order for you to dig deep, you need to be ready to be uncomfortable. And in order for you to get comfortable being uncomfortable, you need to be ready to feel pain. And this is draining.
Okay.
Okay. This is draining. As much as it's freeing, afterwards it's draining, and it takes a lot of your energy. And in terms of creating right now, I think I just need to let go of something.
Yeah, sure.
There's a saying, let go and let God.
Yeah.
I need to do something of that.
Okay. Well, I'm sure you'll find it. You're a creative person. So whatever will come, it will come. And we will feel the emotions and the blessings of your work. So we'll just wait for it. Yeah.
Well, I hope you're not going to wait for too long.
So do I. So do we.
Nah. I'll be on it. Like, to be honest, I feel the need to express it through songs.
Yeah.
So it will come very soon.
Yeah, no, I know.
It will come very soon.
So I read some of your musical influences, Beyonce, Marvin Gaye, Eddie Tusa. So how do these people influence you in terms of what you do?
Well, I don't know, just the way that I guess as a person who grew up in a musical family, I do have different, like many different styles within me. So I think that's why I'm able to mix them all. With Marvin Gaye. Oh, I love Marvin Gaye. Soul music is one of the things that brings me so much joy, but not joy like hey, just like peace, into your heart. You feel it. Same with Michael Jackson. Same with Elvis Presley. Whitney Houston. All of the big pop stars, I think. And in terms of Kizomba, Bonifacio is a great inspiration to me, I think. Like he's, because we were like, I remember when I met him and he was saying, oh, but I'm a singer. I was like, oh, really? Like, sing something. But I was just joking with him, because we were in class at one festival. I was like, sing something. He started singing. I'm like, oh yeah, you are a singer. Because I didn't, we just met, so I didn't know who. And seeing him grow right now so much, it's really nice to see. Yeah. It's really nice to see. And it's a good example to follow, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Great. Great. So, question I want to find out from you is how do you so you've talked about it a little bit, right? But in terms
Mm.
of being inspired creatively,
Yeah.
how do you stay creatively inspired? You know, what keeps the passion alive? I know we've talked about it's challenging at times, all that kind of stuff, but you love Kizomba, you love
Yeah.
music as a whole. So I'm just trying to find out what keeps you going, I guess.
Oh, music, 100%.
Yeah.
And seeing people be in their element, seeing people doing what they love and expressing it. Like, it doesn't matter if it's a dancer or if it's a singer, if it's someone, you know, always dreamed of to be a podcast creator and he's doing it now. This is something that inspires me
Mhm.
in any way.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's it. You know, seeing people actually having that life.
Yeah.
Sometimes very little things. Like the other day in class, we were dancing.
Which class is this?
Oh yeah, sorry. So at the moment I'm dancing Afrobeats. So
We'll talk about that more
yeah.
as well. Yeah. Okay.
So my teacher, she was showing us some kind of moves, and I think for like 30 seconds she got really into it. She literally just made me cry. I was like, thank you so much for this, because I was not feeling great at that time, and then the way she danced it, like you can just feel it. So I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So these kind of things are bringing me to life.
Okay.
You know, movies sometimes, any type of art
Yeah.
that is expressed in a way that touch you
Yeah.
will always inspire me. It will always inspire me.
And that's, I see Lora on Instagram, all these places. She's always doing some sort of new dance. Something's going on, always moving. So this is definitely true.
Yeah.
You're definitely in that creative space. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's what. Okay. So the answer to that question is basically music. That's what keeps you going.
Yeah,
basically.
music and also the movement.
Yeah. Well,
think-
yeah.
I think movement.
I know you always move.
I know dancing
Yeah.
is a big part of it. I just moved on a little bit from Kizomba right now, because I'm working on something else. But any type of movement has positive effect on your mind, on your state of mind, on your mental health, and on everything else.
Yeah.
So it's that Mr. Tony Robbins says it's motion equals emotion, and emotion equals life. So if you are moving, basically with a simple movement on your face, even, which is a smile.
Yeah. Yes.
Which is a smile.
Yeah.
And then most of the people, they don't even use that.
No.
Not many of the time.
Especially in
There's
the
so
UK.
many muscles in our face
Yeah.
that we don't use. You can instantly change your state.
Yeah.
And this is what I do a lot. I do a lot of that. And then if I make sure I pay attention to my posture, because this is also something that could affect your mental state. So if you're like this all the time, you'll be like, oh, I no wonder why I feel depressed, why I feel down. Why do I feel down?
Because you're down.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But the whole point of movement and posture, like apparently they've proven now with some kind of scientifically studies that if you stay in a power posture for 2 minutes, then you feel more braver. So it's the same thing.
Okay.
If you just lift up your shoulders, which I need to remind myself quite often, I have to. But yeah, these little things.
Yeah.
Little things every day.
Fantastic. No, cool. Excellent. And obviously you sing, you perform. I've seen you perform a number of times. Very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So how do you prepare for live performances? Do you get nervous, or just, being an artist and singer, is the nerves not really there? What
Oh,
happens?
the nervousness is always there.
Yeah.
always. And
Mhm.
as something means a lot to you, you always have
Mhm.
even bigger nerves.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I was, when was it? Not last year or the year before, I'm not sure. But for the first time, I will be singing in my hometown in front of 2,000 people with my mom on the other side. I was
Vocal
literally,
courage.
yeah. I was like, oh
Mom.
my god! But I was trying to ignore it at the same time.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh yeah, I'm good, la la la, I'm good.
Yeah.
And I go on the stage and I can feel my arms shaking.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good. But it's funny. Sometimes I prepare properly
Mhm.
because even in in movies they say the biggest improvisation is the one that you've rehearsed.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting.
So I make sure I practice.
Yeah. Mhm.
I train my voice. I train how I'm going on stage, what moves I'm gonna do, stuff like that. I'm not like very particular. I'm not moving like move this way, move that way. I'm writing down. No,
Mhm.
but I make sure I rehearse.
Mhm.
Make sure I rehearse. With the dancing, oh my god, this is much more preparing there because my body. With Kizomba, we kind of rely more on our leader.
Yes.
Yeah. So with performing arts and performing, like few times I performed at Carnival, Notting Hill
Oh,
Carnival,
right. Yes. Okay.
and it's just you.
Yeah.
There's nobody else. Yes, you have a group, but there were a few times that there were like smaller groups.
Mhm.
So it's like three people. People are seeing you. People are
Mhm.
there with cameras, press, like the Sun or whatever, BBC,
Mhm.
and you're like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even what I do not like is when people are telling me last minute, "Oh, you're performing there."
Mhm.
I do not like not being mentally prepared for that kind of
Okay.
stuff.
Yep.
However, right now,
Mhm.
I'm training myself to be comfortable in the uncomfortable. Yeah, guys, this is gonna change your life. I'm telling you. So I've said for myself, anything that is uncomfortable to me, I'm doing it. Okay, I'm doing it. It doesn't matter if it's got like even like okay, I have two things to choose between to let's say to react to something, and let's say they both are uncomfortable. I will choose the one that is more uncomfortable for me, so I can grow. Otherwise, I go nowhere or I stay the same place. So with dancing, I just had to make sure I'm practicing every day. I was in the dancing studio, practicing in the gym, on the road, at home, everywhere. Like last year or the year before, I'm not sure. Last year, they told us a week before. It was again Notting Hill type of performance, but in it was in a theater somewhere in North London.
Mhm.
And I was like, we're gonna be performing at the theater.
Mhm.
What? I was like, I always dreamed about this.
Mhm.
However, I was like, hey, my parents,
Yeah.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah.
And I was like, I only have a week.
Yeah.
So what I did, I went to group rehearsals. We only had two, and for myself, I had to practice every morning, every evening, every morning, every evening. If I go to the at lunchtime, if I go to the gym, I practice again because I was like panicking.
Yeah.
Like, who is giving you 1 week to prepare?
Mhm.
Well, people that are already professional dancers,
They can do that.
they're
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
But for me, it was new, so
Yeah.
um, that was it. And now I can proudly say I can take much less time to prepare.
Very
And
good.
I'm
Very
so
good.
happy about this. I'm finally there, you know.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. So I think, a lot of things came out of that. And the main theme there is obviously we're talking about dance, but anything mainly in life, but it's the practice, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've got to put in that work. No point in going to a class or
Yeah.
whatever it might be. You got to do the work at home or
Oh,
in your
yeah.
own time. Otherwise, it's not.
Definitely.
It's a waste of time, really. Otherwise,
What did they say? You get rewarded in public for the things you practice in private.
Can you say that again, please, Lora G?
You get rewarded, or is that the correct way of pronouncing it? You get rewarded.
Rewarded, yes.
Rewarded, thank you. Yes. You get rewarded in public for the things you practice in private.
There we go, people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Love it.
It is like that. Okay. It's not my saying, by the way.
Well, it's a great saying. Robbins. Love it. Yep. By the way, well, okay, so Tony Robbins, obviously a motivational coach, speaker. Just for the people that don't know, I know you've mentioned him a few times, so that's why. Here he is.
So if you do not know Tony, I urge you, go and make sure you find out who he is, okay?
Mr. Robbins. I wonder if he can dance. Anyway,
I don't think so. He is 2 meters.
He's a tall guy. But anyway.
But he can jump, though. Yeah, he can jump.
He's a big guy.
That's definitely he can jump.
So,
I don't know.
What are some of the countries you performed
in? So Bulgaria, obviously. UK. In UK, a few different places. Festivals, non-festivals, some events. Like different towns around. And in London, I think only twice. I've been more outside of UK rather than in UK. Bratislava, which is Slovakia.
Yeah.
Zagreb, Croatia. And what else? I think that's it.
That's it? Okay, well, lovely places, and obviously you're getting around, so we hope that continues to grow with your artistic performances.
Thank
and everything.
You. Let's hope.
Yeah.
If you invite me.
Indeed. And then with performing, have you met any artists that you like? Or is there anybody that you've met that you perform with or that you want to perform with?
I've met quite a few, actually. I did. I would love to do a song with Conde. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
And I think we will fit well together. Bonifacio, obviously. Who else did I meet? I don't remember.
So
Ivan. Okay. Ivan Alexei. Maya Cool. Grace Evora. Oh, actually, Grace Evora is the guy that I want to do a duet with too. I love this guy so much. He's such a wonderful person as well. And that just makes it even better.
So I can see him blending with your style. He's a very elegant Kizomba performer and artist.
He has a beautiful voice, and also he does have some. I don't know if he released it, but like few years back, he sent us some a song in English. I don't know if he released it though.
Okay.
But he sounded so cute.
Okay.
He sounded really nice. Yeah.
Okay, so some names that you mentioned.
Yeah, I met quite a lot of people actually. Okay. Through dance teachers as well, not just through me performing, but because I've been to quite a lot of festivals as well. I make sure I make networking with them.
Yeah, I was going to ask you
definitely
what you do there, but you just said it, so I think that's the main thing. And some of them are big names, so we want to see you getting out there. So keep networking. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, it's really hard with some of them because actually with most of them because they do not live anywhere in Europe. They are in Africa, most of them. So it's harder.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of artists in UK, but we don't hear about them. I think DJs, you need to start educating and our crowds a bit more, playing more new music, new artists, because we love the old school. I love it too. Like my favorite stuff are old school, but it's good to implement new stuff as well. Okay. Also, artists need support, please.
DJs, you heard it here.
Yeah. I think one of the reasons that kind of drove me away as well a little bit to go too much to parties, Kizomba parties, is I go and it's like nothing changed. Like not every time change is good. However, you want to see some variety.
Okay, variety and growth.
Basically. Like We love the old school. We love the old stuff. It's nice, but
Every now and then you need a sprinkle of difference
yeah,
there.
that's
What it is.
that's why
True
we're
life.
artists. That's why we are there as DJs as well. Like you want to do your own thing,
Mhm.
you know,
Okay.
educate people.
Yeah. And fair, I think. So, yeah. Thank you. That's fair. So, Laura, obviously, Kizomba is Angolan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
It's got deep rooted in Angolan culture. So, when it comes to your performances, do you try to have any influences from the culture in there? Try to bring it into any of your performances or your music?
The music, yes.
Yes.
The music, definitely.
Yeah.
So the producers, the first producers that I work with, like few of the songs that I've created are with Angolan men,
Hmm.
guys.
Hmm.
So I make sure I work with them.
Yeah.
So they are the people that they help me with the
Okay.
language as well,
Mhm.
because my songs are predominantly in Portuguese. And I also, because I love Lingala, which is from Congo, I wanted to put that in too. And I want to put my own language, English sometimes. So I want to mix it up.
Okay.
So yeah, I definitely make sure that I have that
Mhm.
in it, because obviously Kizomba it's Angolan, so we
Yeah.
want to make sure we honor the culture too. And also the whole point of me doing those songs are because of Kizomba. So they are part of it inevitably. Even if I think, oh no, but it's not possible to do
Yeah.
it without that.
Yeah, no,
you know?
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, I try to get people dancing on my videos too, which is good opportunity for the dancers.
Yes. Oh, yeah,
You
of
know.
course. You have dancers in your videos,
Yes,
don't you?
I have
Yes.
some dancers
Mm.
that right here on that table and on that table over there.
Special appearance sprinkled in. But yeah.
Yes, you can head out and then look my last video, which is called Lush, and then you'll see some familiar faces over there dancing beautifully.
Thank you. What have been some standout performance? Well, okay. Is there any performances that you've done that you really like? Oh, that was great, or funny, memorable? Anything that's memorable for you in terms of what you've done?
Oh my God, I am such a big critique
Okay.
for my own performances.
Yeah.
So I always find, oh my God, I could have done this, I should have done this, I should have done that. I am grateful and I'm, proud of myself most of the time.
Mhm.
However, as a vocal coach's daughter,
Yes.
I always see where I can improve.
Yeah.
And what memorable thing would be, I think, singing on my birthday at that festival that Hugo Boss was doing in Zagreb.
Hmm.
No, Zagreb. Was it in Zagreb?
I don't know the festival that you mean, but okay, here you go, boss. Yeah, you were there, not me.
Zagreb. Hopefully, Zagreb.
Okay. Somewhere you were.
Zagreb.
Okay.
Croatia? Is Zagreb?
Okay, maybe Croatia. We can check. But that
Anyhow,
festival. Yeah.
the festival with Hugo Boss.
It's okay.
So it was on my birthday,
Yeah.
and I then performed there. Obviously, it was not my first festival that I'm performing with, but because it was on my birthday, I think I had lots of friends around me. Then I had a cake, so
Nice.
it was really really nice time
Yeah.
actually performing on your birthday, spending it with your friends, and also doing what you love, at the same time, and seeing all of my friends around me dancing or like just being happy for me, it was just wonderful.
I can't think of anything better in terms of a performance.
No, that was
So
great.
must have been amazing.
Yeah.
Love everything we've been talking about here. So
Awesome.
fantastic. Thank you. Awesome.
Thank you.
So what I want to find out then a bit about you, I mean, you talked about it already, some of it, is the dancing. And you talked about us when you first went down the stairs. You found Kizomba and, it started from there. So, how was it when you took your first Kizomba class? How did it feel?
It it felt. Well, let me go back. It was so long ago. Jesus. It felt interesting
Yeah.
and exciting. Like I love new things as well, and it was very interesting for me that Saeed was talking about Kizomba scientifically as well. So he's a big scientific enthusiast, I think. So he was talking about Kizomba this way. He was telling us about the history. He was telling us about the culture. As long as um, making sure that we're comfortable connecting, because Kizomba is a very, very close dance and is a very big challenge for women to let go of leading, because we all know, yeah, men are the leaders, men rule the world, but not really. It's actually, we have a saying like, I don't know if it's here as well, but like the man in the house is the head, but the woman is the neck.
Yeah, we hear that.
Yeah, we have that. So as women, we have troubles letting go and leaving somebody else leading. So for me, that was a big. It was not that big of a challenge, but it was a challenge, and also it was very big challenge. Very big challenge to be very close to people. Oh, some of them will not smell very nice. Let's just say that.
Okay.
But most of them were great. To be honest, no, it was great. It was great. I mean, I didn't really pay attention to all that kind of stuff until I got really like very familiar with the dance and dig deep into the culture, dig deep into like I just got more experience with the time. Then I start paying attention more to this kind of stuff. But in the beginning, you're like so new. You're like you leave everything slip. Like you don't really. You're just having fun.
Yeah.
And you enjoy. I enjoyed. Meeting new people. I met some of my closest friends right now. I met in Kizomba, including you two guys, and so many others. It's just, yeah. It's a wonderful place.
Fantastic.
Kizomba world.
Yes,
It is a wonderful
and that's
place.
why we're trying to share it. So, okay, good. So it felt a bit strange and weird and tight and all this kind of stuff. I think most people go through those kind of feelings, but then after a while, it just goes away, doesn't it?
It does. Like you get used to with the stuff like that. I think like my friend, that's why she never come back. She was like, I cannot be that close.
Yeah,
to
and everyone's
anybody.
different as well. So that's the thing.
For me, I was okay. Like I'm an open-minded person in general, so I don't really, and I don't have issues with that in general. So, but it was a challenging to let go and actually leave somebody else, like because you give him trust to someone completely that you don't know. It's not like I know you and then I trust you and then I'm letting you go and then you can do whatever you want. No, I don't know you. I don't know if you're gonna be breaking my back or my shoulder. You know.
Sure, I just like the way. No, I don't know it. I just like the way you said that as well.
But you know what? Like with times, I was like, I'm not dancing with you. I'm so sorry. It got to a point where I had to protect my own body. As long as you don't want to make anybody feel bad.
Yeah, that's the thing.
At the same time, I think it's the way you say it, and also how you approach things.
100%.
So if you're just saying, "No, I'm so sorry," and or I had enough, or most of the time I go to the toilet. That's the usual.
Get away.
But not everyone needs to know, all the time, because I'm sure they are aware that they are new, and I'm sure they know they have to work on stuff. If they don't know, then I'll let them know.
They'll get to know.
Because because they need, like, it's good to have classes. There's many people specifically in Kizomba and on all these kind of dances, they think they just they can just go into a social, but not always. Like it's good to improve in anything, to learn how to stand better, to learn how to partner better, because the dance is a partnership. So you have to have both sides. You have to have some kind of accountability. Right. So it's the same as a follower. I make sure I keep my weight. and I make sure I follow you.
Yeah.
I make sure I maintain the connection,
Yeah.
stuff like that. I'm not like watching my phone or drinking my drink.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So
So just a mini lesson there
Yeah.
for people. Just
yeah,
like
I'm so sorry.
just take it. No, it's great because they can just take all that out and say, okay, cool. Then you could go with it, especially new people as well. So that's fantastic, Laura. No, thank you. Okay. So you're Bulgarian, obviously.
I am,
Yeah.
proudly.
Yeah. So when we think of Kizomba, it's not necessarily the first place you'd associate Kizomba with,
No.
Bulgaria, right? So what's the scene like in Bulgaria? And yeah, so what's the scene like in Bulgaria? Maybe since you've kind of left there.
There is not much Kizomba over there. It's
Okay.
more about urban kids.
Okay, urban kids. Yep.
I think Bulgarians they enjoy more action.
Okay.
In terms of they want to see it more.
Okay.
You know, and then because in Bulgaria there's not much people that they can educate them, unless someone comes back to Bulgaria. Let's say me, but I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
I mean, this is not what I want to do for now.
Okay.
But let's just say that someone comes back and actually teach them properly.
Yeah.
Then they will know.
Yeah.
And even if they know, they will probably more enjoy something that is a bit more flashy.
Okay.
And is a bit more popular.
Okay.
You know, so Urban Kids is popular.
Okay.
So they have a lot of that there. There is a lot of fusion, but there is a Kizomba as well, which I would not necessarily call Kizomba.
Okay. Okay.
No.
Talk to me.
I would just call it Urban Kids, what it
Okay.
is, and then they just call it Kizomba. You know, it's like back in the days here we had all these. I don't know if you know about it, but like we had all these arguments. What is Kizomba?
Yes,
What
yes,
is Urban
yeah,
Kids?
of
And all
course,
that.
yeah. Yeah.
I don't think they've had this there yet. You know. But I can see there are some festivals happening there. I think few times I saw one festival that has mainly urban kids, but they also have Kizomba and Afro house and Afrobeats and stuff like that. So maybe slowly it's happening. I think from the last few years I've seen few different things like that. So we have hope.
So what I'm getting from that then is that Bulgarians like lively dancing. That's what I'm getting from you. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we enjoy something that will catch attention very quickly.
So how about Semba then? You think they'll take the Semba?
Yeah, Semba too. I think I've seen actually like from that particular festival. There's a Semba classes and people actually dancing Semba. And there is a guy who moved from France to Sofia, which is in Bulgaria, and he's teaching right now fusion. So he's teaching fusion, but I'm sure that he has also Semba classes.
Okay. Okay.
Because he's a good Semba dancer.
Semba dancer.
Yeah. So it is starting slowly. But to be honest, I have not spent much time in the Kizomba scene over there. When I last went, it was 2019 or something. It was before COVID. But the good thing is about it, because obviously I had a new song coming up. So one of my PRs is they got me onto Bulgarian TV, so I actually got to teach them and introduce them to Kizomba.
Oh, great!
So I had a little dance with the hosts. I make sure I show them Virgula.
Yes.
Yeah, it was fun. It was good.
Yeah.
I think they were very interested to know more about the culture and the dance in general.
Fantastic. Wherever we can spread it is what we want to do. Yeah. Okay. Question I have: how has Kizomba influenced your life beyond the dance floor? Bit of a deep question, but how has it influenced your life
deep questions
beyond the dance floor?
in every possible way, I could say, because since I found Kizomba, I quit my job.
Yes, you mentioned this. Yes.
Yeah, I stayed without a permanent job for like a year and a half, and I have no idea how I managed that in London. I really have no idea how I did that, but it was some kind of, I don't know, it was God sent or something. Something was supporting me all the time. And because I wanted to make sure that I found a job to actually support my dancing and my singing.
Mhm.
So I was not willing to go back to where I was before.
Mhm.
So I was like, mm-mm.
Yeah.
Make sure find something else. And yeah, quite a lot actually. Aside the fact that I've met one of my best friends over there, I've met wonderful people, not just my friends. I've connected with I've traveled Europe, not the world yet, but I've traveled maybe 90% of
Mhm.
Europe. Um, I've definitely I've learned a lot about myself, definitely. And this is something that I think is very, very valuable. Um, what else? Let me see. Hmm. Well, one thing I'm forgetting, which is very big, singing, creating music
Oh, that
in
little thing.
Kizomba.
Yeah.
Jesus. I think actually dancing Kizomba has opened the door for me to not be so hard on myself
Mhm.
on creating music. Because in Bulgaria, when, my mom is the best and I have to be the best, and creating a song there back then, not now, back then it was like thousands of pounds, let's say,
Mhm.
um, our currency, but it doesn't matter. So it was very expensive and it was going nowhere. So in order for you to be an artist, you have to know somebody
Yeah.
and you have to be the best. And you might be willing to, know somebody else. So I've seen that with a lot of my mom's students.
Mhm.
So it was just feeling impossible,
Mhm.
And then when I found Kizomba, then it just seemed so easy. Like around me, people were like creating music. I was meeting, oh, this guy's a singer, this guy's an artist, this guy's a teacher. I was like, wow, you know?
Yeah.
And I met one guy who I have two songs with, I think, before I released my own song. And then he just showed me that it's possible. I think he was the guy who was like, okay, we are filming the video, then we're recording here, it was really like, for me it was very strange because I'm used to be in the big studios, everything to be very professional, everything to be very perfect. Like we literally recorded both songs in someone's bedroom. And I was like, okay, why not? you know?
Mm.
And it just opened the world um, on my artistic side, so I can actually do it
Fantastic.
quite a lot.
It's a lot,
you
but
know?
it's a good lot. So,
Yeah,
all
I'm
I'm gonna
very grateful.
yeah, and I would say, just I would just say to you, keep going and obviously exploring it,
Yeah,
because obviously it can only get better from here, really and truly.
that
What I
is
see.
correct.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
it's the truth.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay. What other styles of dance do you like apart from Kizomba, Laura?
Afrobeat.
Didn't even let me finish the question. I knew what was coming. Afro beats, huh?
Yeah, Afrobeat.
Okay.
Anything to do with Afro dance, and actually traditional dances of specific countries, like even Angola, Congo, Nigeria, Ghana.
Mm-hmm.
I like them.
You like them?
Um, it speaks to my soul,
Mm.
and I think I have been hesitated for a long time, quite similar to the previous what I just said about Kizomba. But I was thinking, oh, I love it, but I don't want to look stupid, this kind of stuff. Um, so I was watching those videos online because the teacher that I'm training with right now, she is big. This girl is like, she is a choreographer of Dancing with the Stars, BBC, like movies opening. What, she is big.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she and another person are the pioneers for Afro dance and Afrobeats in UK and in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know of anybody better than her.
Are you
And
okay to say her name?
yeah, her name is Patience J.
Patience J, people.
Patience J, choreography, baby.
There you go.
Also, Patience GOP.
Okay.
GOP. So basically, I was looking at those videos and everybody was dancing like they're coming out from the musical, like they're done. They're proper professionals. And I'm like, oh, I'm not going there. I'm not going there. I'll be like, oh, no. 3 years watching those videos and doing Afro animations. And like, I've always enjoyed, like, every time I go to a festival, you will see me to all the workshops for Afro House or Afro Beats or anything. I'll be there.
Okay.
I'll be there. But I was never like that into it.
Yeah.
As we found out earlier, I like to be immersive.
Yes.
So I like to, like, when I'm learning something, I want to be like that.
Push yourself.
So a dance project came in like a year ago, which was to perform to the carnival, Notting Hill Carnival, and for that they will give you costumes, and you will be there for free. And that's expensive for you to go to be part of the band or dancing with a band at the carnival is expensive. So I was like, that's amazing, let's go. So I went there, and it's Patience J doing this project.
Okay.
So she's the choreographer for it.
Yeah.
And I was like, amazing. Amazing. So since I joined that, and then I just saw how wonderful she is, because she is not only a great performer, but she's a great teacher. She knows how to make you feel comfortable, and she also knows when to push you and how to push you. Which, if you're serious about your dancing, you want your coach to be pushing you.
100%.
And or your teacher. So after I joined that project, I started going to her classes as well, because I already knew her, and she was like, just come. It's not like she was just be saying this to me 3 years, but I never went. And I start going, so I start being very consistent, and again, similar to before. Now I'm dancing Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and anytime we have a project, I'm dancing every day.
So you will see Lora G on Instagram posting Afrobeats if you connect.
Posting my dance
all
journey.
the time.
Definitely.
Which is fantastic. No, okay, yeah. So obviously I knew you like Afrobeats, but I wanted to tell everybody what it was. Okay.
Yeah, so the part of me that I'm posting all of the videos actually right now is, again, part of the section that I said, being comfortable, being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because, of course, I want to post things that are ready, but they're not ready. Not always are ready. I always need to improve. So I went and I said, okay, I need to start posting, because otherwise I'm not progressing.
Yeah.
The same as at Base Studio, because on one of her classes are on Friday, Afro in Hills, and they always have a professional videographer. So in order for me to get my courage and go in front of the camera, it took a long time. But I knew I had to do it.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing. That's why I'm posting it right now. So you can see my journey from the beginning, when I'm like doing to now I'm like, you know?
And that's progress in all dance and everything, really. That's what you see is the journey, right?
Yeah,
So we love it.
yeah.
Good. All right, cool. So in terms of you've achieved quite a lot. Okay. What's next for you?
Thank you for that. I need to remind myself that actually from time to time,
Yeah, exactly.
that I've achieved some stuff.
Absolutely.
We forget.
Exactly. But so what's next for you?
What's next? Right now, I am working on a project, which is a dance project with Patience J. I think it will be completed in like few weeks, but you will definitely see a video of it. The next is the music video for my next song release, which will be very different of what I've done so far. So I'm doing some experimenting, deviating a little bit from the style, and then who knows?
The door is open, right? The door is wide open.
Then I'm looking for a team, guys. This is what I need. I need a team, because it is too much on my shoulders.
Yeah.
And I cannot do this by myself any longer.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll be grateful if you want to work with me. Please contact me. Yeah, producer. Let's just say that again, producer. um, PR, marketing director, and a manager. Yeah,
Jump
thank
on it
you.
now because she's gonna be big. Might as well get in there.
It
Heard it
is
here.
true, actually.
Yeah, heard
It's
it
true.
here.
Don't be coming crying off to me later and say, "Oh, I want to
Heard it
work
on
with
this
you.
podcast first.
I want to work with you," but then
It's here.
no.
So, Laura, obviously, people who would want to obviously do that, but in terms of people wanting to do what you want to do or are doing, so dancing, singing, performing, and thinking about coming, making this a career or getting into this space, what advice do you have for them? What would you say to them that can
Oh.
potentially help them? Anything that you can say?
What I will say: do not give up. First of all, and make sure you love what you do the most. With make sure you put that on your focus, because there's so many other things that come at you that it will not they will try to deviate from it, but it will be hard to convey if your focus is not onto your full attention to your heart and to what you love doing. I guess it's the same with anything else, not just art, but when it comes to this industry, you need to have a tough skin, or you just need to believe in not only in yourself but in what you want to convey out to the world. You need to be knowing your why.
Yeah.
You need to be knowing your purpose and trust in the process. I know this is a little bit of a cliche, but that's what it is, really. Trust God, trust yourself, and just keep going. Things are they're not going to just fall out the sky. However, when you make the first step, God is making your other 100. I found it like sometimes it's the hardest thing to do is make the first step.
It's always the hardest.
It's so hard.
It's always
Like
the hardest.
even like with the Kizomba,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
come back.
Yeah.
I run away.
Well, you came back, so.
But I came back.
But the thing is,
And
you
I'm
took the
glad.
first step.
Yeah.
To come back.
Or to go at least.
Yeah.
Even that was a big thing for me.
Exactly.
So.
And what was this? You were doing your Afrobeats like this.
This.
Yeah. You came
I'm
back
doing it,
again.
and then I'm
yeah, exactly. So you came back.
1 year. It took me 1 year of immersion, and I'm like,
yeah.
No, but no, really. I think also what I will say is make sure you work on yourself. Yeah, in terms of mentally, physically, if you want to, if you don't want to, but physical, not working out specifically, although working out too, but physical things will help you with the mental. Yeah, it will boost you. It will give you energy. It will give you beautiful state. And also, there is something that I'm doing right now, which is helping me organize myself and shift the focus onto a purpose rather than just doing to-do list, day-to-day things or whatever, just little things to tick off, blah, blah. Now, it's again Tony Robbins thing, but it's you make sure in the end of the week, let's say Sunday or Monday morning, whatever, you prepare for the week after. And then what you do is you make sure you write your ultimate vision for the week, which will then include how do you want to feel, what would you focus on, what would be your best week of your life. Not just, what you've been thinking, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do that. No, 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 no. No. You put it all there as is like I even put I don't want to say that. Wait.
It's okay.
I even put very small things as this is on my mind. Wait.
It's okay. But don't say anything you don't want to say. That's all I want to say.
Oh, why is only this on my mind? Wait. Anyway, just silly things like how do you want to feel? I want to feel excited from being the best singer ever, or like things not very specific, not very broad, like it's somewhere in the middle, but for them to align with your purpose and with your own self.
Mhm.
So then there's many other points but this is the main point. And then from that, you then take out little dots and then you make your ultimate week. Then whatever you put there, your focus goes there. Sometimes it's like, okay, what I've put in, like a small thing, let's say, that I would not usually put in there, is a skin routine or a hair routine or vitamins that I take in the morning or like hot water or whatever. I make sure I put this, and your focus automatically goes there. If you write it down, it goes.
So it's almost like you're connecting dots along the way
Mm-hmm.
to reach your
But
destination.
that way, your focus is towards something that you really want to achieve.
Yeah, exactly. So you connecting those dots there.
And you actually feel good in the process. It's not just like, oh, I need to buy groceries.
Yeah.
I make
It's
sure.
towards your vision.
Yeah.
No.
It's really cool.
Sound advice, people. You heard it here first again.
Yep.
Producer is
Thank you.
Looks fine to me.
Did that because I did this.
So Lora, listen, thank you for this. It's been great. It's been fun. It's been exciting. I want to finish off with how we started, and that is with your parents. Okay. So because these are the people that influenced you and in terms of doing what you're doing now, and they didn't know it, but they led you to Kizomba, really. when you kind of think about it in a bigger thinking plane.
Scale, yeah.
So I want to find out from you. Just tell us, please, what's the most important lessons that you've learned from them for your career?
Oh my God. Sometimes lessons, there are so many. Not that sometimes you learn lessons by seeing a bad example.
100%.
Does that make sense? So I learned not to give up.
Good.
That's one.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Like and be bold. Be bold in my choices, not settling for things that I don't want to do. Like my mom, she is one of the few people that she got her own school back in the 90s, where it was a time where we're supposed to be working for the government, and she somehow fighting this out. So she, for me, is a fighter, and this because she found out later in life that she wanted to be a teacher, but she didn't give up. And also she made sure she was following what she wanted to do,
like what you just said.
Yeah. And I think those two things are very big. And the other thing is to feel, to express emotions, and that every type of emotion is great. Because I remember when I was a child, we would buy the biggest sound system. My father was crazy about that.
That's your dad, right?
It was huge, like,
yeah.
And we were living on the 7th floor. So what I was doing when my parents were not at home, I take the speakers. There were speakers like that, and I take them to the balcony. And it was CDs was back then. It was the whole, like, literally, they could hear me. They could hear my music from I don't know, at least 5 miles away. And the songs that I would play would be ballads, would be songs that usually you think, oh, they're so depressing. But I was enjoying them.
Okay.
Like, I don't understand how you can listen to, let's say, one of my favorite songs of Michael Jackson is You Are Not Alone, I was listening this to repeat, and I don't understand why are you thinking this is depressing, or I was feeling amazing, and will have tears on my eyes, but I will feel the music. And I think this is another thing that's a very big thing that my parents have shown me. And also to be acceptive of everybody and everybody else around me.
Nice.
Of myself, to have very high standards. Sometimes that's a little bit disadvantage, but in the grand scheme of things, it makes me better human.
Yeah.
For myself and for others around me, so I can be a better influence.
Well, it taught you some great things. Yeah, it taught you some great things. And obviously, I know that you're carrying them out. So keep going. Thank you very, very much indeed.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me. It has been so much fun.
At all. No problem at all. We wanted to have you here. You know, you're a great artist, great doing what you're doing. And we just want to see you elevate and push through. And, you know, you're on our podcast, and just don't forget us when you get to the high states. Yeah, because, you know, you came.
I'll be one of these great, humble, famous people that
absolutely,
like, you feel home with, you know.
100%, 100%.
And I want to say thank you so much for inviting me, and then I'm very proud of you too doing this podcast.
Thank you, Laura.
And it's amazing as well, and it's gonna be great, and it's already great.
Thank you.
But I wish you much more success.
Thank you. Well, it's only as successful as the guests that we have. So thank you very much.
Even indeed.
More. So we're not going to let you get away just yet, because as you know, we need to ask you some questions. All right?
Yeah.
So we've got some questions here for you. All right? Now.
Wait, until now, that was not questions?
Well, okay, yeah, true, yeah. We've got some more questions, let's just say. Some more fun questions. So there are 3 cards here, and the idea is for you to pick one and read it. But actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read it for you. So whichever one you pick, just let me know.
You want me to pick that one?
No, not at all. That one? All right. So the question for you, Laura, is superpowers. Yeah. So if you had a superpower that would enhance your dancing, yeah. So a superpower that would enhance your dancing, would you choose the ability to instantly master any dance style, or the power to make anyone in the room want to dance with you?
Oh, definitely the first one.
Okay. Why?
Definitely the first one. Well, as we heard earlier, I had some struggles to learn dance. Like, I need to practice a lot. It would be so nice. You know, like the Matrix, they just put it inside of you.
And it's done.
You know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be honest,
that's the one. Yeah.
That's great.
I think I would choose that one too, to be honest with you. Yeah. Okay.
Then everybody else will dance.
Dance exactly. With me after that, yeah. That one there. All right. Okay. You're creating a fusion Kizomba party. Yeah. So a fusion Kizomba party.
I am creating it.
Yeah, you're creating it.
I'm creating it. Yeah? Okay.
So you're creating a fusion Kizomba party. What genre are you mixing with Kizomba? These are options though.
Oh.
So you have, you have reggaeton, Afrobeats, or samba.
Samba.
Brazilian samba.
Wait, that's Kizomba and something.
Yeah, so out of those 3, you're gonna mix Kizomba with either reggaeton, Afrobeats, or samba for your fusion party. Which one would you choose?
So I'm organizing that party. Well, Afrobeats, of course. I mean,
come on. Yeah, we've had that conversation already.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Afrobeats. Although it would be nice to get some reggaeton in it too.
Yeah, well, we know just how much you love Afrobeats, so yeah, it's all good. All right, so this last one is the one I get to answer. So the question is, if you had to choose, would you rather face off in a dance battle against a famous dancer or a celebrity singer? Yeah. Now, the thing about this question is, again, it's more suited to you, right? But because I can't sing by any means, so it would have to be a dance.
We can teach you.
It would have to be dance. It would have to be dance. I don't know who, but who would that be for you?
Well, I need to choose a partner who to dance with.
Yeah.
Or sing with, or both.
Yeah. No. So let me read the question again.
Yeah. Come on.
So if you had to choose, would you rather face off, so battle someone in a dance battle, against a famous dancer?
Yes, but do I need to choose a dancer or no?
No, you can choose a dancer. You can choose a dancer if you want to choose
Oh,
a
okay.
dancer. Yeah. So would you yeah, so you choose a dancer. So would you rather have that, or would you prefer to basically have a dance off or a standoff with a celebrity singer?
Well, I prefer the singing.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
I prefer the singing.
Prefer the singing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not with Whitney Houston.
Okay.
Though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not with her.
Let's not get you to choose anyone, but yeah. Okay. But that's what it is.
But no, who would be interesting to do that with? Bonifacio.
Bonifacio. Okay.
Yeah, that would be nice.
It'd be nice. There's a competition going on there.
Or Yola Semedo.
Oh,
I love this girl.
That would be interesting to see.
Mm.
Yola's amazing. She's amazing.
Yola is amazing.
She's
I love her
amazing.
voice.
Yeah,
Ooh.
she's beautiful. But Lora, listen, it has been amazing. Been a great conversation. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for your words of wisdom as well, especially for those people who are going to be starting out their careers potentially in this industry or this career. So great words, great advice for the people there. And thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. Too.
Thank you for
That was
coming.
great. I had so much fun, and thank you.
No worries.
It's been
Where
great.
can we find you? Where can people find out about you?
So you can find me any social platform there is. Well, not anyone. I'm sorry. So TikTok, LoraG. Instagram, LoraG with double L. YouTube, LoraG. Spotify. Please follow me and add my songs to your Kizomba playlists. I have 4 songs released. 5th is coming up, and it will really help me to actually stay there. Like if as many people are subscribing to the Spotify and adding my songs to their playlist, then I'll be actually able to keep them there, and then release more songs. Yeah, YouTube channel, and that's it. I think nothing else
Fantastic.
for now. All social medias.
Yeah.
LoraG, baby.
Yeah, so you got the information there, everyone. Got it all. So as always, we want to say thank you very much for tuning in and listening to the podcast. We always love your contributions. So let us know how the show or the episode went for you. Comment, like, subscribe, and tell us how it went. But like I always say, keep dancing, and hopefully we'll see you on the dance floor. Peace.
Peace. Make sure you share the episode, yeah? So, hello guys. This is Amar, one of my first songs ever. And it's a Kizomba song. I hope you enjoy it. Estás tão perto, sente-me no deserto, tão distante e muito ausente. Eu tentei te alcançar, tua música dançar, mas perdi o caminho. I want you close, don't leave me now. And if you go, please take my heart. I'm at your door, 'cause I still want you, baby. Nalingyo chéri, yun mo te malangga, te amo.